first movement that we teach everybody when they're just getting involved with kettlebell training is the basic kettlebell deadlift. And that will teach somebody to lift the bell with their hips and legs rather than relying on their weak low back to get the bell moving. So it's very similar to a deadlift that you would do with a dumbbell or a barbell. We approach the kettlebell, and I tell people to start with the bell directly between their feet. I tell them to take their hands, put them on their waistline, and start pushing their hips back. So it's almost like you're sitting on a chair that's 10 feet behind you. You want to try to get your butt into that chair. So now that I'm in a good deadlift position, you can see my shins are vertical, my back is nice and flat. I'm going to look straight ahead, so my chest stays open, my shoulder blades are pinched together. I can kind of feel for the bell, and once I find it, grab it with both hands. I push my heels into the ground, push my hips forward, and I stand up nice and straight. To get my second rep started, I start by pushing my hips back. I get the handle just below my knees, and I bring my hips forward again. Now again, be sure that it's your legs and your hips that are doing the movement and not your back. If you start to feel it in your low back, set the bell down, step away from it, and start over. If you feel it in your back, something isn't correct. Once we teach them the deadlift and you feel comfortable with that movement, you can turn that deadlift into the basic two-hand kettlebell swing. And we set up the same way. We get the bell between the feet. Then I tell people to take a step back, because the kettlebell swing is very similar to the deadlift, but it incorporates some momentum. So in order to get the bell moving, we have to hike it back between our legs first, and you'll see that here. Setup otherwise is exactly the same. Hips go back, shins are vertical, back's flat, chest is open, I look straight ahead, I find my bell, I hike the bell back, and then I just stand up straight, and I don't use my arms to lift the bell at all. Again, it's all hips and legs, and the momentum of the kettlebell carries my arms up. And I set the bell down the same way I pick it up so I don't hurt my back.